Welcome to another video on my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller. Last time I reconstructed the feet and I experienced a little bit of a walking error and I made it work with sound. Well, the sound is working now, kind of. In any way on the RoboPro firmware now. Still have to see if the community firmware code has to be adjusted, but I do think it has. And looking back at whatever is working, first thing is the firmware. Blank screen. Not good. It's a freshly charged battery. And last time, I think it was either just after finishing the video or just before that, it suddenly went blank. Just poof. So let's see whatever happens now. I'm just as curious as you are. Well, this seems alright. What does not seem alright for now is the situation of this foot. Alright, that's it. I think it is not tight enough. Can I change it? I think I would be able to change it, but when I look here, this is also not really tight enough. I'll have to deal with it. Rope is not the easiest, and this type of rope is not the easiest to use. In Dutch it is called sisal. S-I-S-A-L. Anyway, it's what I have to do with. And unfortunately, when I take the tablet, it says, let me show you, I have to adjust the tripod a bit. That is better. It says fail to connect. So no, why don't? Oh, yes, disconnect, reconnect. Does it do it now? Oh wait, I know why it doesn't work. I have to still select the correct network, and that is this one. Connect. Yes, it's connected. Disconnect. Connect. Now it's working. Yeah, it unfortunately does not auto connect. No, this is not going alright. And this is the standard password again. I'm in. So this is what it should be. Let's figure out if it actually does something. I would be very happy to see. Enter. Oh wait, and now I noticed something. I'm still on power as well, so I removed the power. I'm now solely on battery, but you already noticed the rattling, which I do not like at all. And what I notice is something I do not like at all. Look at this gear. It's about to come off the axis. Ouch. Not good. One thing is that it does do the sound. That's alright. Looking from this side of the robot, I press here on the gear so it's not coming off. Then looking at this, at the feet on this side, well, this is much less than good. And the question is, how do I keep it good? That is a very good question, to which I do not have an answer yet. And this one, more or less the same. Well, more or less, yes. So the big question is, why is this one coming off much more than the other one? I have no idea. Also here, look at this situation. Turning it around again. Oops. It's not standing equal now, and that's more or less the intention. So the leg is here on top, here not on top, here it's on top, and here it's not on top. So that's actually the way I want it, and the rattling has caused that. So now let's see how it behaves. I'm very curious. Should I lift it? I should not actually. Let's go find out. Really. This is the newest result. Just 4 counter outputs and that's it. So I'm doing it again. And once again, something mysterious. This gear is going crazy and this is standing still. Why? Why is it doing that? And here it slips off as well. It slips off. Okay, I really have to check this construction. I really have to check that. Is it really broken? The problem is that if I take this off, this gear comes off and I can't test it anymore. So what's better to do? That is a very good question. And the power is off again. Completely off. And I wonder why. Yep, tablet says connection broken. This is alright. Now I have to select the controller again. Alright, that's fine. Load it in again. And there. The same way logging in as I showed you. However, now the gear here is coming off. Pressing on it solves it temporarily. Big question, why is this gear going crazy? And now, if you look closely, wait a second, look here. Oops, look here. This is part of the frame, and right now this part is a little bit shifted compared to the motor. So if I shift this part of the frame to the right, it's a full grip again. That's something I hadn't noticed before. So it does carry the whole frame, but it shifts. And I had not thought of that. So that's not good. So now the shifted part of the frame is corrected again. Let's see if this matters. So this part of the gear is alright. The other part of the gear is alright. Let's really check. Yeah, that should be alright. And now if that power stays on, let's see. Well, once again, only 4 and nothing else. Next try. A lot of rattling again, and once again, well, now this runs nicely on this side, on the other side as well, but once again the gear comes almost off the axis. Let me show you. Here, look at this gear, it almost comes off the axis. The question is why. Also, I do not hear any sound. It says it is the sound is being dealt with, but it isn't. And let me press on the gear again. This is a very weak link in the whole construction on both sides, but on there it goes again. Why does this happen? And it is a very short axis, so I can't put anything. I can't put a clamp on it, or can I? That's a good question. I have longer axis than that. Let me just see for a slightly longer axis. Oh no, that is not possible. If you look at the construction of this, at the situation of this axis. This gear, this red gear, is made for the flat ending. So it gets stuck, you can put it on here until the round middle. So it does so you need for this part a short axis, and it's impossible, considering the thickness of the gear, to put a clamp on the end. Nice idea, but that's about it. A nice idea. And that also makes it an oops to consider, unless I put something around it to prevent it from going away. Can I do that? For example, taking this, oh, this is obviously too short, but like putting this over it so it doesn't go away would be an idea. But then again, it turns around and around, so not quite sure if that would work. Anyway, looking from this side again, so a few diagnosis facts. The frame had shifted. Once again the power goes off mysteriously, and the shifts and the red gear tends to come off. And can anything be solved? I have no idea. I think now it is time to go for the community firmware and check on that. One last run. Yeah, that's only the counters again. That's sound again. And one connector again. So putting it, yeah, that's not going to work. Like this, all the gears work. I put it down, and it's the biggest problem you can imagine. So, alright, time to check for more. Community firmware this time. And instead of going on with the community firmware, I have to go on, well, not recording with screencast, as I already had set up. Screencast and login terminals, but as you can see, the terminal of the controller is completely gone black. It's off. And whether that is because of empty, I have no idea, but I'm about to find out. This is my multimeter, so I'm going to measure it once again, see whatever the result may be. So a probe in here, or maybe I should do right here, not on the side of the battery but at the side of the controller, and I can just stick the probes in, I hope. Alright, and then look at the multimeter. Well, this is a very clear 8 plus volts. So once again it shows that perhaps the controller needs a nominal 9 volts. So what I'm going to do now is replace the battery for the newly charged one. This one has been charged, just so. And this is the result of the multimeter. Oops. It went just straight to over 9 volts. And now if the probes want to cooperate, I'd be very glad. So why does the voltage drop? Because it started out as a full 9 volts. Ah, there we go. So is this so critical? Maybe. Now I'm starting the controller again in the community firmware. Let's wait a bit. Well, I think so the careful conclusion is that the controller gives in or goes out, whatever, when it's about 8.5 volts. Critical voltage, apparently. So, with this once again done, one final attempt to do the software as far as the computer firmware goes. So it's fully loaded. Let's do one screencast and then I think, or 2 screencasts, whatever, we'll see. We'll see. So after this power issue, let's do something. No, doing it wrong. That's better. So how will things work? I have no clue actually. I'm just going to run it first. Unfortunately I can't show you, I can't just describe you as on radio. Okay, well, not okay. because what happens is that the power just went off completely. And I will show you with this, it doesn't do anything. And I give enter here, it doesn't do anything. So needless to say, this is not good. Powering on the controller again, and let's once again measure. And yeah, like I said, I have to do this just by talking. Voltage is over 9 volts, but just barely. And there you see that there's a broken pipe. It's on again. Alright. Log in again. Next attempt. What happens, if anything? Waiting, looking at the display, lamp goes on and it goes off. Alright, so this I'm going to show you on camera. This is too weird to see. Alright, I have powered up the controller again, and I have just logged in again with the command to start the software. So all I have to do now is press enter. Oh, by the way, you can see here maybe broken pipe, which indicates that the power has gone off and the connection has gone. Then logging in, password, and then I'm there. So let's see now what happens if I press enter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Well, except for that. Yeah, right. And now you will see that it doesn't power off. Why do things go right when you want them to go wrong? Very, very annoying. Now let me see at the gearing. That seems to be alright so far. So it goes twice wrong when off camera, on camera it goes right. So silly. No sound either, and that was something I wanted to find out in the first place. Let's measure the voltage. So one probe, plus probe, and it says just over 9 volts. So that is alright. Once again, let's see whatever happens. Yeah, and there you see, offline. And here on screen, let me get my hand in front of it to shade. In the midst of the output, it goes offline. This is not funny in any way. On the other hand, I have no clue what to do about it. Why does it go offline? It's fully charged. So powering it on again. And needless to say, this is very annoying. I could put the power adapter in it, of course, to keep the power, but the objective is to have it run on battery. So yeah, why this shouldn't happen anyway. Alright, time to log in again. Alright, and then the other one, the second terminal. And well, that was something I had wanted to show you, but anyway, no time for this in this video. It will take too much time. So with quite a few upses, some diagnosis which sheds new light, being the frame, questions on the gearing, and questions on the battery. So many questions and not enough answers yet. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter. Also follow me on Instagram. Please donate to keep the videos coming your way. Also for the diagnosis, for donation, please check my website for more information. Also for lots of pictures and other videos. More information also on the different topics, and this is of course to be continued.